You ever wonder why some plumbing businesses just seem to be everywhere online? They're getting all the calls, while other websites, maybe even yours, are just invisible? Well, it's a super common frustration, but I promise you, the solution isn't some big mystery. It's actually a set of really deliberate strategies that your competitors are probably using right now. So let's pull back the curtain and get into the real secrets of how to make that phone ring.
So you do it, right? You type in plumber near me just to check, and there they are. All your competitors, one after another, just filling up that first page of Google. It is so frustrating, and trust me, you are not alone in feeling that way. But there's a very specific reason this keeps happening. You might have spent good money on a great-looking site. It's got the nice photos, your logo looks sharp, but if it's not showing up in search, it's because, frankly, how pretty it is isn't what Google cares about most. The real reasons most plumbing websites fail are all technical and strategic. It's the critical stuff that happens just beneath the surface. And that brings us to the first, and I'd say the most important secret of all. You have to conquer local search. Plumbing is a local service, right? That means your website needs to basically scream, "I'm a local business," to Google.
You know, the difference between winning and losing here is actually surprisingly simple. A losing website is just generic. It gives Google zero clues about where it actually operates. But a winning website, it's incredibly specific. It clearly lists out service areas, it's got a verified Google business profile, and it uses the exact keywords that real customers in your area are typing, like plumber in Sydney. You're basically giving Google the exact GPS coordinates it needs to find you and send customers your way.
And look, here's the bottom line. If you don't explicitly state where you work, you're making Google guess. And let me tell you, Google does not like to guess. It's always going to prioritize websites that give it clear local information. Without those signals, you're pretty much invisible to the customers who are literally right down the street.
Okay, so let's move on to our second secret, and you'll see how this builds on the first one. It's all about the mobile first rule. And folks, this isn't a suggestion anymore. It's an absolute requirement for survival online. Take a good look at this number, 60%. So what does that represent? Well, it's the majority of your future business.
That's right, over half. Think about that. Over half of your potential customers are having some kind of plumbing emergency and they're looking for help on their phone right now. If your website is a jumbled, hard-to-read mess on their screen, they are not going to stick around to try and figure it out. Poof, you've just lost them to the next name on that Google list.
So the crucial point is this: when someone lands on your site from their phone and they have to start pinching and zooming just to find your number, they are gone. They hit that back button in seconds. And Google sees this. It sees that quick exit as a really negative signal, basically telling it your site isn't helpful. And boom, it'll push you further down the rankings. Okay, so you've got your local signals dialed in, and your site looks fantastic on a phone. What's next? Well, secret number 3 is all about having content that actually does something. Content that turns a casual visitor into a paying customer. A losing website really is just an online brochure. It's got pictures of pipes, but it offers zero real help. A winning website, on the other hand, becomes a resource. It has helpful articles answering the exact questions a homeowner is frantically Googling, like how to fix low water pressure. That builds your authority. And most importantly, it guides the visitor and tells them exactly what to do next with a clear call to action. And the strategy for this is a simple 3-step process. First, you answer their real questions before they even have to ask. This makes you look like the expert you are. Second, you optimize those answers so Google can find them. That means using the right keywords in your titles and headers. And finally, you guide them. Don't make people hunt for your number. Lead them right to a big, obvious request to quote button. This brings us to our final secret, and this one really ties everything together. It's all about establishing what we call signals of digital trust. This is how you prove you're a legitimate, credible professional they can rely on. Think of it this way. You can tell people you're trustworthy, or you can show them, and that's what this is all about. Every single customer review, every photo of a finished job, every official license or badge on your site, these are all pieces of evidence. They build a really powerful case that tells both your potential customers and Google that you are the real deal. And that's exactly why this matters so much. See, Google's reputation is on the line with every single search. Its #1 goal is to give its users the most relevant and trustworthy results possible. So, by displaying all these trust signals, you are literally aligning your website with Google's core mission. You're helping Google help its users.
So we've covered the 4 big secrets. Now let's put it all together into a simple, actionable checklist that you can use to go and evaluate your own site, like today.
So here it is, the blueprint. It all starts with that intense, local focus, telling Google exactly where you are. Then comes a flawless mobile experience, because you have to meet customers where they are. Next, you need helpful content that actually answers their questions and then guides them to take action. And finally, you wrap all of it in digital trust, proving you're the right choice. Get these things right, and you're not just building a website, you're building a customer-generating machine.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Is your website actively working for you, generating leads, building trust, and growing your business? Or is it just kind of sitting there, like a forgotten brochure in some dusty corner? The choice really is yours.